Hey y'all, we're playing Ivy again today. Ivy is probably my favorite character in the game, and that's partially because you can build her so many different ways while still being viable. Today we're playing a gun support build. It's basically just the support build that I used to use, but I added in some more gun damage options instead of being a full support, and was trying to play her basically as a carry while still being able to support the team with healing, stuns, and the silence from my ultimate. After messing around with the items a little bit, I fell onto these being my favorites, and if you want to try out the build, it should be published, so feel free to try it out. Just like my last Ivy game that I uploaded, we're laning with the Dynamo, and this time we're against a Wraith and a Haze. This lane isn't awful. We just need to be careful of Haze's Sleep Dagger and Wraith's cards. Other than that, I'm just farming, and if Dynamo goes in with his one, I'll try to follow up on that with the stun. And then we get our ultimate at 3,000 souls. I'll probably look to start ganking the surrounding lanes if we get good opportunities for that. And just like that, Haze steps up a little bit too far. Dynamo connects the one, I hit the stun, and that is a very easy first blood. Yeah, what I have noticed is that Ivy's ult really isn't the best for in lane. Like, sure, you can get a knock up and some damage, but more often than not, people will just back up. And if I gank other lanes with my ultimate and I hit the knock up and the stun, a lot of the times people aren't reacting and they're like pushed into tower, and at that point they're just dead, and it seems really beneficial to do it that way rather than to stay in my own lane. Anyway, we'll talk about that more later. I was on the side there just trying to keep pressure on Wraith. She hit me with a card and it did about 200 damage, so I'm just deciding to back up. But I do see them both in lane, so I'm just gonna come back and throw a kudzu and then leave again. We are able to do pretty good damage with that, and I'll take that as a win and not stay and die. I probably didn't need a stun from here, but I just did it for a little bit more health. I was hoping to get 1,500 souls before I backed up, but we were just a tiny bit too short. Oh well. And it is past 2 minutes, which means that the small camps and the boxes and the golden statues are all up, so we might as well grab those while we can while the lave is pushed. Just try to make sure that Dynamo doesn't get a little bit too carried away. I'm just going to be watching his health bar. And now that we're done the camp and Dynamo's fighting, I can be a little bit aggressive here. I can't go all in because I don't have stun for him, but as long as I don't get way too out of position, we should be fine to deal some damage. Haze is really low and stun form is off cooldown, so I'm just going to chase her down and see if Dynamo and I can get the kill. He's able to secure it, and as Wraith tries to punch me in the face, I stun form to stun her and get some health back. Sadly, we aren't able to secure the kill because she just teleports away. I was contemplating staying aggressive still, but in the early game, you don't really get too much of an option to do that, even if you secure kills, because Haze is already back. Our options here are to back and buy, keep applying pressure, or go to center and collect all the boxes and golden statues there, but I just decided to keep fighting because I just wanted to push the wave one more time to where it's under the Guardian so I have more time to do things. I was just trying to level up my 3 there, but for some reason, even though I was pressing Alt, it used it. But it's a fun time to use it. I'm just backing anyway. All right, so at this point in the game, we have monster rounds, restorative shot, healing rate, and extra charge. This just gives us a little bit more damage, some more sustain, and extra charge helps us to push the waves really hard. These are all pretty standard items for early game Ivy. Try to land a bunch here on Haze, but we're just a little bit too far, so I'm just going to try to deal some more damage and then back up. Dynamo took the front here, so once again, I'm just going to go over to the side and see if we could do anything from there. I wasn't paying attention to the soul count, and Wraith ults me, and I still have another second before my stone form comes back up. If I had that, I could have dodged this, but since I didn't, I just go down here. And sadly, Dynamo does too, so that's just 2 kills to the haze that we've been bullying this entire time. Before going back to lane, I just grabbed Mystic Reach. This just helps our 1 and our 3 hit a little bit easier, and sprint boots for some more movement speed. And Dynamo's clearing the wave, so I'm just gonna grab the camp here. At this point, nothing is really happening on the map, and the yellow lane and blue lane are both pushed, so I'm just deciding to wait. I'm going to clear some more camps and just keep checking the minimap to see if I have an opportunity to ult somewhere. A really good thing to do if nothing is happening is to just run into mid here and grab all of these little pots because they can give you a ton of goodies. And I decided to try to use my ult here, and both Wraith and Haze immediately backed up, so instead I'm just going to swing over to blue and see if there's anything I could do there. 7 isn't necessarily low, but he's not paying attention to me, so maybe I could do something with that. And luckily he didn't parry, but I do get stunned by him, and Yamato is back, so I just go down from this. So now we're just gonna grab active reload as a way to keep shooting, and we're gonna go back to lane. I really wish that we had zipline boost for the entire game all the time, no matter what. It just feels so slow when you don't have it. So we're just getting some guardian damage here, and I see that my ultimate is off cooldown again soon, so I'm just going to back up and probably run to a different lane.
Ready to fly?
This time 7 is low, he's about half health, so we're just going to see if we could bully him. This time the 7 was paying attention, and he does dash backwards, but I'm just going to go ahead and see if we could do anything about it still. He decides to use his ultimate, and I'm just in a safe spot here to shoot him, and he doesn't cancel it and goes down. He's also very unhappy about the situation. Sadly, while we were doing that, Dynamo does go down in our lane, and I'm just going to head back over and try to stop them from getting our green guardian. I do take some damage, but I don't really care. I have a ton of healing between my 3 and my 2, so we're just going to grab bullet resist shredder and keep playing the video game. I hear Haze doing a camp over here, and she's not allowed to do that, so we're just going to go bully her off of it. And we have 3 people over here on the green lane, so we should be pushing. I decided to ult over here on the side and see if we could hit Haze and Wraith with our bomb. Sadly, they split up. We do hit Haze, and our team goes to dive her. Sadly, they split up, so I only hit Haze with it. Our team goes in to dive her, and I'm just trying to keep Wraith away while they're 2v1ing. Dynamo picks up the kill, and it doesn't look like either of them want to step up and grab the bag, but it's 400 souls, so I'll do it. It's fine. I like money. Seven runs on in here and stuns our pocket, so I'm just gonna stun him back, make sure we can get this guardian down and get out of here, is what I'd like to say, but I got ulted by Wraith again. We do get the guardian and pocket gets out alive, so we're just gonna pick up our divine barrier now to be able to get around the map faster and have a little bit of shields. So if you look at the map right now, nothing is really happening. Nobody on our team's pushing. Sure, there's nobody on the blue lane, but it's pushed up pretty far, and if I go there, there's a chance I'm gonna die. So it's time for me to do camps. If there was a big team fight going on and we were at risk of losing something, I would definitely rotate over to green or wherever is needed, but it doesn't really look like it is. And if I got there, it's probably just over at that point. So this is the best thing that I could do just to get some more money and make sure that we're strong enough later on when we do enter a fight. I am gonna skip the camps that are way far out of the way, like the ones that are on the blue, the purple, and the yellow lanes, like all the way in the corners, because if I go there, I'm not gonna be able to help out the team when it's needed. So instead, I'm just gonna go up to the blue lane here while Pocket's clearing that. I'm just gonna clear the camp near him. So if he gets into a fight, I can run out and help. With this lane pushed up, even though Grey Talon's here, I was looking to see if our team was still fighting on the purple lane, and they weren't. But Seven is on a camp, and I don't want Seven to be able to free farm, so we're just gonna go bother him. I now have 3 people on me, so I'm just gonna back up a little bit. I did use Divine Barrier just to get a little bit of shields, and if I press 4, I'm just gonna get out of here now. This game I learned that you can't stand on the church. The game doesn't want you to, but I just used the opportunity of like falling to use healing right and my 3 just to get some more healing, and then we're gonna go back in and help the team with the fight. I decided to run around here after shooting the Guardian a little bit to try to help Pocket with the Grey Talon, but by the time I got there, it was already done. We're just going to finish the Guardian and go get some more items. And with our skill order, I did level my 3 all the way at first, and now I'm just leveling my 4. Our 3 gives us a giant heal when it's fully leveled, and then when our ultimate's fully leveled, the bomb also silences enemies, which is really nice. My first 3k item was toxic bullets. The reason for this is the majority of the people on their team are going to want some sort of sustain eventually. Infernus specifically is going to build a ton of sustain, so just getting toxic bullets on him is going to stop him from healing. Haze, Yamato, Wraith, Grey Talon, they're also all wanting to build some sort of lifesteal at some point in the game, so I just figured might as well pick that up sooner than later. Hope you don't mind the pickup. I was watching purple to see if I could help with that, but in a 3v1 I just decided that we're gonna see if we could jump onto Grey Talon here. You just use their 2 to fly away, and I'm not going to chase into the walker when our lane isn't pushed up with me, so I'm going to back up. Luckily I did, because Haze is also here, tried to sleep dagger and missed. As a side note, I just used Divine Barrier there to get the extra move speed to be able to get here for the farm. I wasn't super worried about Haze catching up to me, but this just lets me get here faster. And now I hear Grey Talon on a camp, and I know that I got her relatively low before, so I'm just going to jump on in and see if we can finish the kill. Grey Talon tried to do the point blank ult for the stun, but I stone formed, which completely nullified it and stunned him instead, and we're just able to chase for the kill now. So now I'm just using Healing Ray and Divine Barrier, both for the added move speed to get over to the walker to see if we could secure it. Sadly though, Seven was here, so we're just going to try to bully him a little bit, see if we could maybe hunt for a kill, but if it's not really working out, we're just going to back up. And Seven's ball hurts really bad, so we're just going to get out of here now. While we're flying, we are going to use Enduring Barrier just to get a little bit of a shield. I'm not super worried about dying because it's kind of hard to hit Ivy when she's flying like this, but it just gives us a little bit more of a safety in case we do. And I see that the gun buff's up, so even though I'm really low, I'm running for this because I want it. And Seven decided to push this lane at half health, so now we get to punish him for it. Also, 500 health from just using stone form whenever you want is really nice. I really like this ability. I really like Ivy. And our team's winning on the purple lane, so I'm just going to keep doing camps and hopefully get even further ahead.
Strength will be yours. Our yellow guardian has been defeated.
And now we're picking up Heroic Aura and Healing Nova to fill in our role as a support, and I'm also picking up Quicksilver Reload. Usually I put this on my 1. This game I decided to try it on my 3 and I really liked it. The idea is I run into a fight and I'm fighting in close range, and when I'm out of bullets I use my 3, stun someone, and I'm automatically reloaded again. There's a fight going on over here, so I'm going to try to catch the Grey Talon out as they're on the way to help.
Out of this.
And our right side of the map is getting pushed pretty hard, so I'm gonna run over to Boo, clear it out, and see if I could help at purple or whatever is happening by the time I'm over there. There's multiple people on Lash here, and I'm contemplating if there's anything I can do to help, and just decide to take the camp instead, because I don't think I really can. Dynamo's saying that we shouldn't fight here, and I'm going in, dude. Sadly, Seven catches me out, hits me with a stun. It's fine. I'll just use my stone form early and keep trying to move over to the team. I do take a ton of damage, but I'm not going down here. Oh, hi, Grey Talon.
You can push Walker here.
I really like having Divine Barrier, Heroic Aura, and Healing Right, because you can just zoom around the map with them. Here I see 3 members of the enemy team dead, and I'm thinking that I should be able to get this blue walker by the time that I get reactive to, especially since we see Haze on the map as well.
Time to make some friends.
Wraith comes in and ults me here, but I'm not even worried about using stone form because I have 2 other teammates here and I'm behind a wall. And here I accidentally picked up Pocket. I was just trying to solo ult, so I just threw him back because I didn't want to throw him into the walker. And yes, I was typing here. I really shouldn't have been, but I did. It's whatever. We got the walker down, and now Infernus is running at us like a bat out of hell. Ace is ulting, Seven's on top of my face. I'm just trying to get out of here, but then Yamato runs in too, and I can't really get away from them. Seven finally gets his revenge. But it's okay because we have almost 8,000 souls, so I'm just going to grab Lucky Shot for some more damage and then some sort of defensive. In this game, it looks like Bullet Armor is a little bit more useful. Spirit Armor could have been too, but I just went for Bullet. There is a giant wave on purple, but I'm deciding to go to our blue walker here to see if I can defend it instead. I was deciding to ult here to try to keep them around, and Yamato just kind of came out of nowhere. But that's fine. We were able to secure a kill on Wraith, and our team took out Yamato. Nobody still has reacted to the giant purple wave, but there's people on green fighting, so I'm running over to help. I'm running in on 7 here. When I run out of ammo, I'm just going to time my 3 with his stun, and then I'm just going to keep shooting him. And then punch. If I aimed better, I wouldn't have had to punch, but it's fine. We still got it. Our yellow walker was taken down, and at this point, nobody still has reacted to our purple lane. I should probably go back for it, but we're pushing. Ace jumps in with her ultimate and immediately gets messed up by our teammate and then stunned again by us. Making sure to use our actives, we're just going to keep shooting and hope for the best. Divine Barrier saved me here. Seven's ulting. I also used my ult, so I'm just going to try to hit him with it, but silences don't cancel channels in this game, and that's something that I'm constantly forgetting, so we're just going to have to keep backing up even further and just barely live. But we're not going to go all the way back because they have camps up, and I don't want them to have them.
Is under attack.
Be right back. Headed to blue.
I was planning to go over to green after clearing this wave, but we just heard them on mid boss, so I'm gonna head over there now.
You want to take mid?
Let me help. Hope you don't mind the pickup.
I missed my ult through the hole. It's fine, we're going in.
Seven is low. You might back off.
Great job.
And I did see 2 people over here, so I'm just gonna try to make sure that they can't get back in. 7 makes it in. Wraith once again tries to ult me, and this time I'm just gonna stone form it. Punch.
Conseguiré.
Yeah, we put green here.
So on this buy, I bought Ricochet. There's definitely an argument for a Titanic magazine here, but I wanted the big item. Big item, go bear. And now while my team's pushing their base, I am on the longest zipline ride of my life.
They only have one.
Case is right here.
We got what we came for.
Hi team, I'm here to help. And once again, just like last game, I was scared of the 7-0, and then I realized it's a 7-0, I don't need to be. And Yamcha tries to jump in on us, so we're just gonna stone form and nullify her damage, hopefully stun her, and take her down too. And now there's a Hazel, we're just gonna shoot her and make sure we stay out of range of it. But I also don't want Grey Talon to just have free reign, so we're gonna go over to her now.
I see great talent. Both you will stand and face me.
While my team is working on the enemy patron, I'm just deciding that I'm going to try to keep people out, and I realized against this Wraith that I do a ton of damage now. And because of that, I decided that I was going to try to limit test here, and I used my stone form to try to stun her behind the wall, not realizing that 7 was up in a couple seconds.
There's still time to push with the rejuvenator.
I didn't buy anything when I was dead, and I decided I'm just gonna go limit test again. We should just be able to win this game pretty easily, so sorry team, I'm just gonna see what I could do. What I was trying to do here is keep space. And then he slept me. Now I'm going to pick up improved bullet armor because I definitely need that. And then I didn't really know what else to buy, so I just picked up extra stamina because why not have one more charge? And I decided that was enough trolling, so we're just going to play this game the right way to hopefully finish it out. Our team's carrying the urn, so I decided to push up the waves a little bit and just try to hover around. If I need to, I can just ult over to them.
The urn is ours.
What I can. Let's stick together.
Our Pocket and our McGinnis are starting to come up behind me, so I'm just deciding to push this a little hard here. And then as they start to push that lane, I'm going to rotate over to green and do the same thing just to try to push all of the waves into their base that we can, and I have my ultimate to get to our team if I need it. Grey Talon tries to fight me here, and that's completely fine. We're just going to shoot him, and he can't really do anything to us. And now we're ready to fly. But 7 stuns us, so we just need to back up. Playing against the Haze late game, if your team is pushing and you see that Haze is around on the map, just don't group up. Don't be close to everyone. That's what I'm doing here.
Just wait until I get going.
Let's push. I have my ult, so if they push us down here.
I was trying to chase after the Haze, and I thought she'd fall back here, but she's just hiding behind the wall. Alright, and now we walk in like Rambo and try to shoot everyone until the game's done.
You think you'll run it?
All right, and GG's, that was our Ivy gun support build. We basically just built as a carry and had a ton of gun damage, and we're healing a bunch from our 2 and our 3. We also had Healing Nova and Heroic Aura to help support our team and make them even stronger and keep them alive. Really fun build. I feel like this is honestly my favorite Ivy build. Spirit's fun too, but this feels like it fits her abilities just a little bit better. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, and I hope to see y'all next time. Peace.